Hey everybody, Joe here with Turf Tech Channel, looking kind of gruffy and icky. Just been doing some projects here, building a little shed thing, and I wanted to do a quick comparison of the Skil Saw, circular saw, the Skil brand, and then the DrillMaster, the Harbor Freight cheap end circular saw. So let's get down to it. All right, so here's the Harbor Freight one, the DrillMaster. I believe I paid $19 for this, and that was a couple months ago, so I don't have all the cool little stuff that it comes with. It did not come with a wrench, like to adjust it, but it's got the height adjustment on the base, and it's got the angle adjustment on the base right there, and it's got you can set up a gate, a stop on the side. I do have one of those somewhere. This is the Skil brand saw. My wife just got that. I'll put the price in. I don't know what it is. I'm not supposed to know because it was supposed to be a present, but I'll find out. I'll just go on their website and know where she got it. And anyway, similar setup. It does come with a wrench. I actually wish it had like some of them have like the button or whatever you push that locks the shaft, so you can tighten it or loosen it. It doesn't have one of those. It says that if the shaft just spins when you try and loosen the bolt, just to hit it, and I did, and it worked. So you can put the wrench on and just kind of smack it, and that worked. So anyway, got these set up, and let's do some cutting. One thing I wanted to show before I made the cut, I almost forgot. So this is the registration form for the Skil Saw, and man, I just think this is nuts. You could become a citizen of some countries with less paperwork than this. Ask for the normal stuff, your name, address, city, street address, all that stuff, apartment number, email address. It's in English, French, and Spanish. And but then it's got all these other questions, the store you purchased it, or the catalog, or the website, and how you're influenced by advertising, and what brands you buy, and how much you make, and how much your wife makes, and what she does, and if you're a student or a veteran, and your mother's maiden name, and let's see, your shoe size, and I'm just making some of those up. But anyway, asks a ton of questions that frankly they don't need for a registration. I don't like that. I'm just kind of weird that way. So anyway, let's make some cuts. Make sure you got good. All right. Oops. Skil Saw first. First time I've used it. I've never used this. Alright, that was actually very smooth. I'm not actually going all the way through. I'm kind of doing a zigzag pattern on this. And but that cut really nicely, and it is just the cheap blade that it came from. The Harbor Freight saw has a carbide tip blade that I bought at a hardware store. A real hardware store, I don't like Harbor Freight. But anyway, so now let's go to the other side, because we can do the other side of the zigzag. So give me a minute to set this up, and we'll do the Harbor Freight saw. Okay, let's try the DrillMaster now from Harbor Freight Tools. That was as far as I got. I'll show you why. So this saw, unfortunately, here, let me unplug it so I can touch it and stuff without risking harm. So I brought this saw maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I've only used it a couple times. And yesterday, like I said, I was building a little storage area for some outdoor tools and stuff, so a little storage shed. And I was cutting through a 2x4, and I hit a knot, and the blade, it kind of kicked and it just stopped. And I thought the blade had just come loose, that bolt had come loose, but that was not the case at all. The gearing or the drive mechanism, whatever it is, just broke. It did make a sound too when I hit it, kind of. And so this saw, unfortunately, I can't return it. It's it's, gosh, I don't even know how many, probably 4 or 5 months old or something. But I've only used it probably 4 or 5 times, and So now we have to take it out and shoot it. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. And anytime I post one of these videos about, gosh, like the little angle grinder or the drill or anything like that, I'll get, 500 people who will respond and say, I have that exact drill. I inherited it from my grandfather, and I used it to cut through whalebone in, the Arctic or some weird, whatever. I used it to cut through steel and fire, and it still works great. And maybe that's the case, but my experience was that I got about probably 7 or 8 cuts out of this, and then the gearing broke. So I would not recommend buying it. Anyway, the Skil one works fine. I had one before. I replaced, this was a replacement for a Skil brand saw that I'd had probably for close to 20 years. Anyway, so have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.